Good morning, everybody. In case you're listening to this elsewhere, good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to Journal with Me plus your angel messages. Today is day 20 of a 30-day challenge that I have self-imposed but invited you to join me on to get up every morning and go live to show you my morning spiritual routine of journaling and creating my book of evidence, proof your angels are with you. This has been so fun connecting with you each day, and it's evolved and changed and hasn't been the same every time, but I wanted to show you how easy it is to just take a little time to connect with your angels every day before you get started. And we've been doing a little spread lately that's been very helpful to understand the current energy. And some, of course, are pocket affirmations to help us get our day started, along with the prompts that have stayed the same the last few days because we're letting the angel cards do the talking. Good morning, Angie. Good morning, Heidi. Great to see you. So, yes, we're having fun with these journaling challenges. Can you believe it's already day 20 of this challenge, going live every morning and setting your day up for success by starting off with journaling with your angels. And good morning, April. Good to see you. So while we're waiting for a couple people to come on, just a quick announcement. Later today at 11 a.m. Central, so 12 Eastern and 9 Pacific, we have my Wednesday Live. I go live every Wednesday in case you're new here, and we have a topic. Good morning, Kathy. Great to see you. Oh, I'm grateful it's a beautiful morning where you are. It's still dark here, a little dark. It's going to be light soon. But we're going to be talking about 7 signs you're a light worker. That's going to be today at 11 a.m. Central, 12 Eastern, and 9 Pacific. Another quick announcement is next week, I will go live the day before Thanksgiving here in the U.S. Because I feel like it's really needed. I'll still do my Wednesday live. And we're actually going to talk about your spiritual awakening and your family, because today we're going to be talking about 7 signs you're a light worker, but most of you already are aware of that, even if it's not something that you put on a business card. But then what do you do when you've had this huge spiritual awakening and you're going to be around family members over the holidays that maybe don't understand, they haven't had an awakening, maybe they don't support you, or maybe they're just kind of like, okay, well, good for you, but anyways, back to normal, right? Also, if there's any harsh energies being around family, we can talk about some ways to shield yourself. And so I'm excited about that topic. The angels brought it to me yesterday. They were like, let's focus on the fact that the holidays can be hard on light workers because we're so sensitive. And like I said, especially if you have family members that don't know how to handle your spiritual awakening or the work you do. So I'm excited about that. And I do have another announcement. It's a freebie. I have a new freebie for you guys. I'd love to know what you think. Actually, I forgot to put it in the comment section just now, but as soon as we get off air, I will link it below. But I have a new angel card spread for you because on Monday, we have Mercury going retrograde. And so I created a spread so you can understand how to best use that energy. And I'm really excited about it. Also, if you missed the video I did with Chris Reck from Menopon Tarot, we also talked about your power in this long retrograde season with several planets between now and early May last week. So definitely check that out as well and incorporate it along with this Mercury retrograde spread that's designed to empower you during Mercury retrograde instead of give our power away to, oh goodness, there goes Mercury retrograde. Can't do that anything now. So I'm excited to share that with you. I will put it in the comment section below this video. Again, if you are a newsletter subscriber, thank you, but you will still need to use this link to get directly there, and then it will be emailed to you. And if you're not a newsletter subscriber, I invite you to sign up at devondoer.com for my free newsletter and get my free ebook for you. And Oh, thank you, April. April put it in the comments right here that's scrolling through. And then I, of course, will put it in the description below the video when we hop off here. Thank you so much, April. Yeah, I used it for myself yesterday and it was so spot on. And what it's doing is it's helping you prepare for the energy. And so, yeah, we'll talk about it a little more later, but let's get into these angel messages and get started. Like we always pull the angel card first to start off with, okay, what's the pocket affirmation going to be, right? And so we'll do that. And again, we're going to use that recent, past, present, and near future, those 3 cards. And then we'll do 2 more cards to clarify and tell us what actions we need to take advantage of the energy and to stay in divine flow. Because even if a card comes up that's a challenging card, not that I'm calling that in or anything, it doesn't mean it has to be a challenge. It just means, hey, here's a heads up that this might happen. Let's do some things to bring balance to the energy. And that was actually what was so helpful for me, seeing that Mercury retrograde spread that I did for myself yesterday. I'll probably do another one the day it actually goes direct, and I'll do it throughout the retrograde season, throughout Mercury retrograde, to just stay in tune with the energy and use it to my benefit. It's always for your benefit. So even though sometimes it seems like it's not, when electronics are not working or communication is funny, right? Wow, our first card for today is Unity. It says Archangel Sandalphon, traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. So this represents the recent past. And we all are unified here as well, but this could also mean unifying with your spiritual team, spending more time connecting with your angels, which we're doing here. Oh, Heidi says, woohoo, love your card spreads. Oh, thank you so much. They're so fun to do. And I'll just get this inspiration from the angels, like, okay, do this. So this is our recent past. So where recently have you met somebody or joined a group of friends or just taken more time to connect spiritually with a group of people? So this is a really wonderful validation card for the work we're all doing here together. Excuse me. So as you know, I like to go to the very next blank spot in my journal to start journaling for the day. And I keep all my dailies in one part of the journal, right? So like I have something on the next page, but it's not part of my daily entries. So that's why I didn't go to that page. I still have plenty of room here. So I'm going to fill all this up and then I'll skip the next page and go to the next blank page to start a new daily section. So November 20th. Goodness gracious. So as always, we're very intentional about our prayer protection, who we're connecting with. I did a prayer protection before I pulled the cards, and I say, thank you, God, for today, abbreviating it with TGT, and morning angel and guides. Of course, you can say whatever you want to say, and you can abbreviate however you want to, or you can write it out. I certainly did that for a long time, and then I realized I wanted a little more space. So our first card was the Unity card for today, which again, like I said, is the recent past. And so let's come up with a pocket affirmation to start our days. I easily surround myself with like-minded people. I easily surround myself with like-minded people. And if you want to, you can add spiritually like-minded, because of course it would be boring if we were surrounded by people who thought exactly the same thing as us all the time, right? So this is not meant to say we will not be around people who don't have the same beliefs. Again, that's why I brought up the topic for next week is going to be about your spiritual awakening and being around family that is not awake or doesn't understand it or whatever, and kind of some tools and tips for that. Of course, I always answer your questions at the end of these lives too. So, and I have bonus messages for you. So hopefully I'll see you there today as well. And any questions you have, I can certainly answer in the chat. And so that's what I mean by spiritually like-minded people, like we're doing right here. We are all like-minded in that we enjoy connecting with the angels. We enjoy journaling. We enjoy setting ourselves up for success at the beginning of the day or whenever you're able to watch this, even if it's the recording later. And so let's head over to do our habits that I really want to stay in touch with on my routine record. But before we pull the next card, I want to invite you to hit the like button, share this video with anybody it resonates with, and of course, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm trying to get good about asking for that so I can remember. It really helps my channel grow, and I really appreciate it. Here is my routine record that many of you are familiar with, or maybe you have your own version. And quick reminder, December will be soon upon us. So be thinking about if you're going to create one or use one in December, and what habits do you want to track? And I'm going to be tracking different things next month. I'm still going to track that I'm using all my supplements, but I'm going to come up with some other ones to track to create some new habits. Of course, yesterday the moon was in Cancer, so I've been putting the little glyph there to track my moods with it. It's still in Cancer at the time of this recording, but if you're watching this later, it may have already moved into Leo because it will be doing so. Let's see. At 7:50 a.m. Central, so 8:50 a.m. Eastern. The moon will be moving into Leo. So you may feel that because we have Mars in Leo right now. Now, it won't conjunct Mars until later this afternoon, but that's a fiery energy to add basically the planet of ego and emotions together. I meant to say ego and action. Mars is ego and action, right? And then we have the moon conjuncting emotions. So what happens when you add your ego plus your emotions in a fire sign? We'll probably get some guidance about that. But I'm going to go ahead and check off that I did get everything done yesterday. Yay! Which was the 19th. And then the moods yesterday was another really productive day. Which, by the way, let me know how you guys are doing in the comments. How did you sleep last night? How was the energy for you? I love hearing how everyone's feeling this. I had another kind of time warp type day where time just flew by. And I even had a colleague of mine comment on that. She commented a different one. One comment to me on Tuesday and another one comment to me yesterday. Like, I don't know where the day went. So that's can be good, but a little disorienting sometimes when we think we're going to get more done than we are. Although I did feel productive, it just flew by. And I'm hearing this reported from other people. So I'm curious if you're hearing it or feeling it, because there's something about it that we need to be paying attention to, which I forgot to say. Happy Pluto in Aquarius. Yay. Who here is excited? Pluto is in Aquarius for good until 2044. I am, especially as a Capricorn rising, Cancer sun. It was hitting my 1st and 7th house. Actually, also my Pluto's in Libra in my 10th. So it's all my cardinal energy was definitely being hit by Pluto over these since 2008. So it's nice to move on and do new things, right? So we did our routine record there. I do like to flip over to my evergreen calendar here and take a look if there's anything else major. There's not really, just that yesterday was that Pluto going into Aquarius. Tomorrow the sun goes into dreamy, fun-filled Sagittarius. And Monday we have the Mercury retrograde at 22 degrees in Sag. So good morning, Leo. Leah, Pluto and Leo. Good morning, Leah. Yes, feels like time has compressed. I know. Yeah, Heidi's excited too. I'm gonna just check real quick what time the sun goes into Sagittarius tomorrow. So tomorrow afternoon, the sun goes into Sagittarius around 1:56 p.m. Central, and then it will sextile Pluto about a little less than an hour later. So some good energy coming in tomorrow. But yeah, that's the interesting part of this is, we have Mercury in Sagittarius, and then the sun will be in Sagittarius. So it's going to be a good time for going deep for sure. Which, when is it not, right? When is it not a good time to do that? It's always a good time to do self-discovery, which was some of the guidance we got yesterday. Let's use hindsight real quickly here. I know we got the Unity card just a few days ago. I believe it was day before yesterday on Sunday. Yes, it was. Yesterday, we had in the recent past Ace of Fire, new opportunities. And then we had in the present, we had the Wheel, which was a great card to get for present energy. And then for the near future, we had Eight of Water, desire to move on from something. And then the clarifications were the Hermit and Four of Fire. So yeah, I mean, if you realized yesterday you were kind of ready to move away from something, I think that energy was there supporting you. It might have been that it was during that full moon energy that you realized something needed to go, but maybe you didn't know what it was until yesterday. And I certainly had some clarification too. Kathy says, my day was creative. I woke up at 2 a.m. Again, no goodness. My morning is great, and I'm very excited for Pluto going into Aquarius. Yep. And you know what's been so fun about this is back in 2008, I did not follow astrology when Pluto first went into Aquarius. I just didn't have interest in it. And so I wasn't around to hear all the astrologers talking about the change, but also we didn't have nearly the social media presence we do now with astrology, right? So last night I'm flipping through Instagram, just looking at what everyone's posting, and it's reel after reel about happy Pluto in Aquarius, and here's what's been happening for cardinal signs. It was just constant, and I thought, this is so fascinating. That with this Aquarius energy, we're in a time where we can all go online and talk to each other about these spiritual things, which were once kind of taboo, or you just were careful where you said them. And now people are saying them, on their Instagram page or whatever, TikTok, right? Which is another reason I brought up the topic we're doing today, 7 signs you're a light worker, because you've always been a light worker, but were you in the spiritual closet for many years like I was? Or maybe you still feel like you are because you don't feel comfortable coming out, but we're going to see more and more people waking up. So you're just ahead of the game here. All right, let's pull the second card for today. Now, this second card is going to represent right now, at the time you're watching this video, even if it's later on the recording, this is present energy. 3 of Fire, abundance, things looking very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. Absolutely. That is wonderful energy for the present. So we're going to do 3 of Fire. And what's sticking out for me in this card is the long-term plans. I highly agree that is the energy for right now. In fact, I did get my Christmas washi tape in. I'm going to try to make a video of me creating some more planners. Look at this cute one with the little gnomes. And then there's one with reindeer and like really pretty plaid colors. So I'll try to make a little reel or something with me doing my next planner. But that's another way to make long-term plans, is even go a month out or 2 months out in putting your planners in place and looking at it. Because I've recently had some new changes to my kids' schedules coming up with all their extracurricular. And it really helps me ground when I kind of have an idea of what my week's going to look like, with different activities after school. So that's one of the ways I'm going to use this guidance about make long-term plans today. But also even have patience. You don't have to make decisions. You don't have to take action on the plans, but you can start daydreaming about it, right? And of course, like I said, with the sun going into Sagittarius, that's a dreamy energy. You might also feel with the sun in the final degree of Scorpio today at 29 degrees. I'm not sure if it's quite to 29 yet, but it will be soon because tomorrow we go to 0 Sagittarius. That energy is going to show you even more where you really want to focus. And you can make long-term plans by realizing, okay, I don't want this energy in my life going forward. So how can I make plans to avoid that? And so I'm definitely seeing this as a reminder to be thinking about your goals for 2025 right now. Any trips you want to take, any things you want to try. We are going to, maybe we'll do it together. I want us to all write down at least 10 accomplishments from this year, from 2024, to review. That actually can be really helpful for making your long-term plans because we forget to give ourselves credit. So that might have to be something we do together at some point. But I will say that, making these long-term plans now, you don't have to act on them. You don't have to put that deposit down on something or anything. Just have patience in making the plans and trusting that it will come in and, start doing it right away. We do have all that retrograde energy too. So that's why another reason I feel like we're getting the guidance to have patience though, right? Oh, thank you, Leah. Leah says the sun will be at 29 degrees around 2 p.m. You're central, right? Yeah, you're in Texas. So you'll feel that. I mean, I feel it. I always feel 29. Did anybody else pay attention to the degrees? But it is meant to show you kind of what you've learned in Scorpio season so that then you can adjust going into Sagittarius or any change into a new sign. So let's go ahead and pull our near future card. So our near future card, of course, is going to be either later today or tomorrow within the next couple of days. Yeah, that's right. I think you said East Texas, right, Leah? I always picture like tall pine trees when I think of East Texas. I know it's not all like that, but all right. So card number 3, the near future. What do we have? Oh my gosh, the world. This is such a cool card to get for the near future. We're talking about later today or even tomorrow, next couple of days, a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path toward enlightenment. Isn't that amazing? And Archangel Michael. If you like working with Archangel Michael, a little reminder there. I love this card for the near future. Isn't that exciting? Bringing your gifts into the world, finishing something, being excited. Oh, Leah does say I live in the Piney Woods. Okay, so I was having a third eye vision of your area. I love it. Thank you for the validation. So 21, the world, great card for the near future. Of course, we are going to ask for guidance on actions to take. Oh, that's the thing. I've in such a habit of what I'm asking the angels. I forgot to remind you in case you're new. The journaling prompt for these cards was, angels, what do you need me to know right now? Or you could say, want me to know, or what do I need to know right now? But angels, what do I need to know right now? That's the journaling prompt right there for these 3. I always say that while I'm shuffling. I usually write it. I just got carried away talking and forgot to tell you, but that is that prompt there. And I use it, we've been using it every day and letting the cards do the talking, so to speak. Which, remember, these cards are just an extension of you. There's nothing magical or anything necessarily about the card. Everything is energy. And so, it's just a way to kind of organize the energy and see it a little more clearly, bring that validation, bring that clarification. Kathy says, nice card. Yeah, I agree. I love that card. So what I'm really getting with this, though, is that contentment energy, that feeling content with the direction you're headed, moving away from something. We did have that card recently about time to move in a new direction. And so this is really positive that the work you've been doing is bringing you to this feeling of accomplishment. And I also, when I see the world, I think of the worldwide stage, like bringing your light and your spiritual gifts into the world where other people benefit from it. So another good reason to join the live later today about 7 signs you're a light worker. Of course, it will be recorded if you can't join me live. All right, so let's get some clarification. So this is where I move on to another journaling prompt. As many of you know, if you've been here, what actions do I take? So angels, what actions do I take today? I'm going to say today. You don't have to. Or you could even say, angels, what actions do I take to benefit from this guidance, right? Or to use this energy, right? Those kinds of things. Because, we may not really know what this card represents. So you don't necessarily have to know if you take advantage of the guidance and the actions to take. Good morning, Paul. Great to see you. It's rainy where you are, huh? Wow. Yeah, good. I'm glad you're finally having rain too. We finally got some rain the other day too, and hadn't had any for a while. It sure is glorious to finally hear the rain when we're needing it. Okay, so let's move into our actions. So what's the first action for us to take today based on this guidance? And of course, we'll pull it all together. Actually, let me just lay them out for you so you can see them. So this was the recent past. Just moving my crystals there. Recent past, present, near future. Beautiful cards here. Very exciting. And we're asking now, angels, what actions do we take today to take advantage of this energy? And we have the 4 of Water, which is also the 4 of Cups in Tarot. Missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom, open your eyes to the possibility. Okay, so that might sound like a downer. Well, I don't want my action to be missing an opportunity, right? This is where I think people get hung up on the words too much. What we first want to look at is our emotions, right? And the missing the opportunity is the idea that this person, I can't tell if it's I think it's supposed to be a mermaid, that this mermaid is looking at these 3 cups and ignoring this big, beautiful cup right behind her, right? So that's the idea of missing an opportunity. Excuse me. The idea that missing a opportunity is actually, the opportunity is right there. You don't have to do anything but turn around. And also the way that you identify why you're missing the opportunities, you could look to see, is there something that you're uncomfortable with? You're bored, and, look at a way that you can look at things differently. Listen to your emotions. If you're feeling uncomfortable, discontent, or bored, that's a missed opportunity to look at something different, to do something different, right? Oh, Carla in NYC says, we also need rain. Yeah, I know. It's been so interesting, hasn't it? Good morning, by the way. So here's what I'm getting with this energy right here. As I mentioned, I have a new freebie for all of you. I will link it below. Sorry. I thought I was going to not miss that, but I have a new freebie for all of you, or maybe that was the sign to announce. A Mercury retrograde angel card spread. I actually used it for myself yesterday for this upcoming Mercury retrograde on Monday. I will also link it in the comment section below this video when we hop off in a minute. But it is designed to help you understand where you have new opportunities, where you might feel bored. One of the things in that spread is identifying where you're feeling friction in your life so that you can, that's another word for discontentment, right? Resistance. So let's pull another card and then I will hop off and put that in the comment section, and I will see you later on today's live. So another action to take that will bring clarity to this is the 7 of Earth. Also the 7 of Pentacles here. So make sure you're recording these cards in your journal so you have them for hindsight. But it says seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. All right, so when I see these cards together, this represents that we want to identify where we're feeling discontent or bored, and we want to be okay with any pauses that are happening with what we're wanting. Like maybe something's been delayed, or some project is not moving as quickly as you want, but they're saying trust that the seeds are well planted. Do not allow yourself to get caught in unnecessary worry and mess with the energy, and trust that you're headed towards this world card. Okay. So again, today, check in with your emotions, identify where you're feeling uncomfortable or bored. Boredom is a sign of, if you're apathetic about doing things, it's a sign that something needs to change. But if you're caught in a place of limbo where things aren't moving the way you want, trust seeds are well planted and make these long-term plans. That's how you're going to handle this energy, is making these long-term plans, trusting, identifying where you're feeling bored, and that's going to lead you to this amazing card. All right, my lovelies, I have to hop off now. I will see you later on the live 7 signs you are a light worker. Please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video. And remember, take time every day to connect with the angels.